Hello, dear students. This is Vivek Prabhav, and you are watching lecture on weathering and denudation. In the last video lecture, we have learned what is weathering, and today we are going to discuss types of weathering. Guys, there are three types of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. As you know that in the last video lecture, we also have learned we have also learned about the agents of weathering and the cause of weathering. Okay, so you have slight idea how weathering process occur, what happened in the process of weathering. So guys, what is physical weathering and what is the cause of it and what sorts of classification of the physical weathering we are going to discuss further. Physical weathering, also called mechanical weathering, and because the physical breaking of the rock does not change composition, and the cause of this physical weathering is the roots of plants start out as a tiny strand that may grow as small cracks rocks like you see in this picture. You quite often than not you watch this old building site, this sorts of thing. Okay, in the rocks it will also happen when you go through the plateau parts, visit plateau parts, you can easily receive it, you can easily watch it. So the root grows, they put more pressure on the rock, causing rocks expand and eventually break up. Another thing is that, as I told in the last back lecture, compression and expansion in the molecules of rocks due to stress is the major cause of weathering. That process also happen in this. So basically, physical weathering divided into four parts: block disintegration, exfoliation, frost action, and granular disintegration. As you know that weathering is the process of disintegration and decomposition of rocks. So this block integration, look at this picture. When block disintegrate with uh, his joints, its joints is called block integration. Block disintegration, as you know that this picture also shows that the rocks breaks up along the joints. Okay, so basically a block in disintegration is the successive heating and cooling which cause the expansion or contraction of rocks. As you know that in a hot desert area there is a diurnal temperature change. Successive expansion and contraction in a rocks is the cause of molecules, intermolecular attraction, weak intermolecular attraction, due to which disintegration of the blocks. That's why it is called block disintegration. That means physical weathering of block disintegration. Second one is exfoliation. As you know, as you seen in this picture, uh, like a uh, layer of rocks, wear out outer layer. Actually, it is peel off like a onion. Onion, as you peel the onion uh, part into part like that. This rocks, as you see in this picture. Okay, so this result because of intense heat of rocks outer layers, since rocks are poor conductor of heat, as you know that. In the inner layer remains at must affected by heat. Due to successive expansion and contraction, the outer layer, the rocks subsequently peel off from the main mass of rocks. So, uh, peel off from main mass in the form of concentric shell. That's why this exfoliation occurs. Guys, frost action is also a part of physical weathering. What is the cause? As you seen in this picture, this is the mountain area. This is the area of freezing and melting water. When any sorts of rocks having freezing and melting water inside the joints, uh, it's cause fragmentation of rocks because after getting uh, the freezing point of water, it is bonded with ice, and when this ice melt, the cause is fragmentation of rocks. So this is the cause where frost action depends on the fragmentation and disintegration of rocks. That's why this is called frost action. Fourth one and the last one is granular disintegration. As you know that seen in this picture, the prior structure this shows in the dotted line in this picture, and after the weathering, the structure of these rocks like that. Okay, so the small fragments and the grains accumulate here. Okay, so, what is the cause actually disintegration of granular disintegration and where it is? So, in an area where water availability is rare and weathering process is mainly induced by temperature. Hot desert area, as you know, that minuscule amount of water here. To high diurnal range of temperature you face here. So, and as the temperature increase of at the rising sun, the rocks get heated. As you know that it is very common things, and the minerals in the rocks react differently. Temperature reaction increase. Therefore, the rocks as a whole does not expand, but different mineral expand separately. As you know that in a rocks there is the heterogeneous mineral, so the different molecules of different minerals expand in a different temperature level. That's why this source of granular disintegration occurs. So this molecular stress become the prime factor of disintegration of these rocks. This difference thermal expansion and the contraction contributes to granular disintegration. Okay. Now chemical weathering. As you seen in this picture, there are so many things in a chemical weathering agent working as agent like water, oxygen, acid, and living organism. So one by one, we are going to discuss here. What is the cause of chemical weathering? Actually, there are so many causes, and the acid produce living things such as lichens and mosses can cause the chemical weathering. Okay, so chemical reactions occurs as this acid moves through tiny space in rocks material. As the acid sip deeper, cracks from eventually the rocks can break apart. Okay, as you seen in this picture. Now, chemical change in the rocks, formation of the compound, of formation of new substance. As you know that when two reactants meet or react with each other, we have some new outcome. Okay, so in this process we have oxidation, reduction as a hydrolysis, and acid solution reaction. Okay, as you seen in this picture, we have chemical weathering through water. So water fall uh, from this above from the on the surface, Due to this water, we have seen in this picture water weathering. Okay, so like water trickle down, so the reaction of water from this by this rock uh, give a structure like that. Okay, so this is water reaction after water reaction. Again, this rock shows through the oxidation reaction as the rocks react with oxygen. As you know that many minerals in these rocks like iron minerals, so iron minerals react, magnesium minerals react and form of oxides of any minerals. So with this iron, we know that rust uh, and surface of iron due to rust having like that, and due to some physical force, this this sorts of site we have to we can see easily in this area. So this is all about oxidation. One more thing is that oxidation process of the atmospheric oxygen react with rocks to produce oxide, as I told you. And oxygen present in humid air reacts with iron, gain rocks from the yellow red oxide of iron, as you seen in this picture. And rust decomposes rocks completely with passage of time. This is chemical weathering. As you know that some sorts of this is iron react. This is iron rod actually react with water, and this sorts of and through this lichen in this water and mosses we have like that, we have seeing the structure like that. Okay, so chemical weathering from a living organism is like that. Okay, again carbonation is also, but this is not in your syllabus, so I'm not going to describe it here. This is also carbonic reaction. Solution, as you know that the process from which some minerals get dissolved in water, like in a picture you have you see here. Rock salt and the gypsum are removed through this process, as you know that. Now last one is biotic weathering. The plant contribute both mechanical and chemical weathering. Okay, the roots of the plant penetrate into joints of the rocks, and this is called of disintegration of rocks, as you seen in this picture. As you see in this picture, they grow longer and thicker. In this manner, they exert pressure on rocks and the joints, thereby enlarge a break into small fragments. So budding is also cause of biotic weathering, biological weathering. So budding animal like earthworms, rats, rabbits, termites, and ant break down the rocks. As you know that, as you see in this picture, this disintegration can easily be eroded or removed by the wind. Hoops of animal you have seen in this picture, and animals break the soil and thus assist soil erosion. Okay, so guys, this is all about weathering, and in the next video lecture we are going to discuss denudation and the process of erosion, fluvial uh, erosion, fluvial way of rivers, all the things. So till then, good night and take care. Okay, bye.